So good evening everyone, once again from our club Tabor, and welcome to our day 7 of our studio night as well as the Juniors World Gliding Championship. Today everyone was so excited for another flying day here, and so we had task, a little affected by high-level cloud cover as well as dissipating cumulus on the way, but still luckily our amazing pilots done very well, and in standard class on the task of 285 kilometers, they've managed the average speed of 117 kilometers per hour, and in the club class only 10 kilometer shorter task. Our winner, Jelmer Wiss, won with his amazing average speed of 99 kilometers per hour. And now we are so lucky to have here the whole club class team from Netherlands. So we have a Dutch evening today. So welcome Simon and sorry, Lars. Lars. Okay, good. So welcome guys, and thank you for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah. So the first easy question: how was your flight today?
Yeah, just perfect.
Perfect. Number one.
I like my flight. Yeah, it was nice. I thought it would maybe be blue, but there were cumulus, and the thermals were just good. Yeah.
Good. And for you guys?
Yeah, my flight was great as well. I got a little behind Jelmer. I started, I think, half an hour before you, and luckily I had still a few clouds. I haven't thermaled in the blue, so I'm happy. Yeah.
That's good. And for you, Simon, you parted a little, right?
Yeah, it was a curious day. Usually, Jelmer and I fly together, and the day before we started really early, and so the only thing we said today is we're going to start late. So we wanted to start after most guys already started, and we waited until only the Germans were there, the Danish were there, and the English were there, and then we decided, okay, they can focus on themselves, and we'll draw our own plan from there. And I think that went really well.
It went great. Yeah.
It went great. He made a better choice than I did. It was only a small choice, but after that it just cascaded into a big difference. But it was super nice. Yeah.
Okay. And so, what do you do at the end of the day when you win? Do you have a debrief or you just celebrate?
Well, I don't do anything special. I just derate the glider and then sit down and have dinner.
Oh, you don't analyze the tasks of the flights of other people, or
no.
Oh, okay.
We played cup.
We played a game and
so you relaxed. That's nice.
Yeah.
It's important. I think also usually you know after a flight where
how it went.
You know how it went, and you're already I think from the moment you wake up you already start thinking of gliding. So then when you land, it's also quite nice to think about something else and step away from the gliding, because after all, tomorrow we're flying again. The day after probably as well.
And for the next 5 days probably as well.
Indeed.
So.
Yeah.
It's still a long competition, so one win doesn't mean the competition win.
And so guys, have you been to Czech Republic before?
I've never been to Czech Republic before.
Oh.
I've actually been here like 4 years ago on a summer camp at this airfield. And I liked it then, and I like it now.
So you know the conditions perfectly, right?
I made like 4-5 flights, so no.
And you, Simon?
I was here once, and gliding as well. I went to Jesenek near Mikulovice and Krnov.
Good, well
was
done.
the airfield, yeah. So we did a wave camp there. It was really nice. We had one great flight where we went up to I think 7,000 meters, which was really amazing. And that's the nice thing of Czech Republic also, that you have some hills. I mean, the Netherlands is completely flat, like flatter than a pancake, literally flatter than a pancake.
Our hill is like 70 meters.
Yeah,
in the Netherlands.
So overall, how would you compare the conditions of Czech flying and Dutch
Well,
flying?
it's way higher here, the cloud base.
Okay.
On a good day, we have 1,000 meter or 1,500 meters above ground. And here, that's just an average or a bad day.
Yeah.
So at least you're used to low altitudes.
Low flying,
when you go low.
Yeah. But it's easy to land out in the Netherlands. It's everywhere, it's an airfield.
Oh, okay.
It's really easy. The first week we've had, would you say it's an average day here in Czech Republic, or was it an outstanding day for you as well?
This one?
Not like the ones we had before, where we flew like 110 average?
Yeah, 100.
Like the first few days.
This was normal for this time of year.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually these 2 weeks are very usual and stable in weather, so that's good. Today was maybe a little less than the average.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Not bad.
I have to make a good reputation.
Yeah.
And so guys, how do you prepare for big gliding championships? Do you have like training camps or winter meetings during the season?
Yeah, we have some winter meetings where we meet up with all the team, be it online or physically, and we chat and we discuss certain subjects, and yeah.
He analyzed the terrain
Yeah.
and where the task area is going to be.
Pretty much. Yeah. And we fly a lot together as well in the competitions up to this one. So the nationals we flew together, some small competitions as well. This is mainly how we. That's how we prepare.
So you're already used to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. So what do you think is most important about good collaboration then?
Ooh, good question.
Yes, you have your minute to think.
I think it's communication.
Yeah.
I think that's
the main. Yeah.
Because in the air, it's sometimes you can get really subjective real quick, which can be hard because you have different perception as well. Yeah. So we always try to stay quite dry. And I think
to the point.
Yeah, and to the point. But also when you manage your expectations for a competition like this, which is really important because you might think that you're going to win the championship, and then it goes a different way. Also there, I think communicating is very important. Yeah.
And so now here you fly 3 together. Do you think it's easier in 3 people or 2 people? What do you prefer personally?
I personally prefer to fly a little bit off and in front or behind, but Jelmer and Simon like to fly together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're usually quite close, and then Lars usually draws his own plan. But sometimes we are with 3 as well, and sometimes we just see. But we always try to, like, the person in front will always give information on the conditions, and we're very transparent about that, I think.
Yeah, so we're returning to the communication, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And so what would you say, guys, is your personal strength for your good success here?
Go for it, Jelmer.
You're the winner, you should start.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, maybe because we did a lot of long training and condition training, so I hope that when it's going to be a long competition that we will we'll stay good at flying. That's the most.
I think mine would be in flight staying high, although today was not the case, and consistency. I think that is the most important. Yeah.
Yeah, for an overall result, definitely.
Yeah.
What's your superpower?
I don't know. I think it's. I would like to say that it's consistency as well. I'm quite the risk avoider, I would say, definitely in the air, and that usually pays off.
In longer competitions.
In longer competitions, it usually pays off. So and what I really love is conditions where you have to think outside of the box. So instead of just thermal after thermal, you just go crazy, you go really fast. Where you have to like hold sometimes, or
difficult
even
weather.
go back or go to the side. Like the difficult weather that we also have in the Netherlands many times is, I think, my favorite condition.
Yeah.
And also one where you can get a lot of points if like half the
where
field
the
lands
differences
out.
are big between the competitors.
Yeah, that's right. It's easy to fly straight in good weather, right? Everyone can do that.
Yeah.
But this is exceptional.
Yeah.
So now let's go to a little storytelling. What's your funniest gliding story you've had?
The funniest?
Oh wow.
Well, today we had some. Okay, we should tell about today.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So one of our teammates said, "Well, we're always so serious over the radio, so we need to cheer each other up. We need to have some motivation there." So I said to him, on the training days, I said, "That's okay. You can make some jokes, but they have to rhyme. So all the things you say have to rhyme." So it started like before the start line. So someone was saying like, "I have a thermal here of 1.8. I think we better wait." Like all these rhymes came up. Yeah. So today was actually really fun.
It must have been difficult to communicate this way, no?
Yeah, it was.
I'm not sure it was the most professional, but still.
And I was up there. I was thinking, what are these guys doing?
But it seems like the good magic for winning then.
Yeah, apparently.
And so do you have some other funny story? Maybe a personal one? Everyone has their being stories.
You traded gliders once.
Was it the Flatland Cup, I guess? The pre-worlds at Saget. I traded gliders with a teammate of mine, but he got sick during the flight. And well, he needed to clean underpants after. And that was my glider, so that sucked a bit.
So good cleaning evening then? Good relax after the flight?
Yeah, I had to clean the cushion.
Wow. That's a little personal.
I hope he's watching as well. That would be so nice.
Okay, so now is there something you're afraid in aviation? something you fear during the flights.
Yeah, I think everyone has that an accident, of course.
Next stand.
Yeah.
A big gecko in the blue.
Yeah.
I don't like them. So
No, me neither.
mostly that.
Yeah, but also on a like a less serious note, I think the final glide always.
Yeah,
it's
it's
always
always a
sticks
little
me.
bit, especially if you're getting below your path. Then
Yeah.
But I like the final glide. It's like a tense
Yeah,
moment,
you're
but
really-
it
you're really
always
good.
works out, and
Yeah, for it, you always.
and it's not a safety issue
No, that's true. That's
if
true.
you have landing options.
Yeah. I always think it's wondrous how you like turn a thermal, it's 2 meters average, and you say, okay, well, I'm gonna leave at plus 50. And then as soon as you leave, you're like, oh, I should have, shit. Why did I do that?
Down to now. But it always works out.
Yeah, it usually works out.
Usually. Okay.
Yeah, well,
Today it worked out.
yeah, with the finish ring, it's easier because you will always know that at least you're gonna finish, but you might take some penalty points. But
And always after finishing. You're really low and you see the airfield and you know you're going to make it, but if you have too much downdraft, you're just low and slow.
yeah.
Okay, and so do you have this one flight, one task that you've loved so much that was the moment when you said, oh, I love gliding, this is why I love it so much? Some memory
That's
of
cool.
yours.
of this competition.
Of anything. What stands out in your memory?
I still have one in Lithuania in 2017. The last day there was a 1.5 hour AAT task and it was thunderstorms everywhere. And we turned 3 thermals, 4 meter average, 3
Wow.
thermals. And after we finished, it was like 15 minutes de-rigging the glider. And then we went just to the tents because it was hailing a lot everywhere. And there was a really big tent and it went down. And after that we went in the pool because we had a world champion. And then we went really quickly out of the pool because there was thunder.
And you were second on that day, right?
And I was second on that day. Yeah.
Yeah. That's really good.
That was my nice day.
That sounds amazing.
I think for this competition, it was the second day with the enormous wind and the cloud streets. And then after the second sector, I got one cloud street and didn't turn at all, and then flew home. So that was really great. Yeah.
So your best gliding memories from Czech Republic then?
Yeah.
And your assignment?
Well, there was one task I think we started at like 4 o'clock and we had to do 300 kilometers and I thought it was never going to happen. And then we finished the task with only a few gliders at 20:30. So almost at sunset. That was so cool because at 8 o'clock we were still turning like a meter. And that was a real cool task. And we flew a cool task together as well. Yeah, indeed. Because like there was a storm coming over the field just before the start line opened. So the whole start line was washed away pretty much. And so we had to do a tour pretty much of the whole of the Netherlands to get back to the start line to then start. So I think the line opened at 12 and we started at 4 o'clock maybe or 5 o'clock.
Like 3.5 hours after opening we started the task.
We started the task and we still made some turn points.
Yeah.
That was also
But
really
will we
cool.
finish?
It's an example of really thinking outside of the box just because the conditions are quite weak and quite difficult. Yeah, that was nice.
So that's your superpower, right? And so guys, now maybe more personal questions. If you or do you have a love partner, would you want them to be from aviation or gliding? Why or why not?
I don't, and I'm not sure because
Nice deal.
yeah, I'm involved in gliding almost every day, so
So it would be too much gliding
it would
in
be
your
too
life.
much. I think it would be too much. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like. Well,
I like good response, thank you.
my girlfriend is here and she's also flying.
Oh, okay.
And I like that she's flying because we just go to the airfield together.
You can enjoy it together.
Yeah,
share the
yeah.
experience.
It's only
Okay.
harder for her here because she cannot fly.
Oh, so she's
She's,
Cannot
well,
look
she
up
flew
on
on
the
the
sky.
Blanik, so
Oh, at least that's good.
yeah. That's nice.
I think
Simon?
it's easier to separate things, so I would agree with Lars. But if she would be a tow pilot as well, then I would happily make an exception.
Yeah, that would be good.
No,
for
it would
you.
be nice because I do feel like that sometimes it's difficult to explain how much you like it, right?
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
difficult to, and then someone
And
who
to
does it as well.
understand how long it takes.
Yeah,
You're
and-
just a
and-
whole day at the airfield and you will not be home for dinner by 7 because you're still flying. And you
Oh,
cannot
right.
say that you're
Yeah.
7 home. because-
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
And yeah, they will understand easier as well, like
Yeah.
how cool finishing a task at 9:30 is. Like having a big thermal. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so are you pilot instructors then as well?
I am.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
The youngest pilot here. Is the instructor, we are not.
No, no. And so could you imagine training your own children one day maybe?
That would be great.
Really?
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you?
Yes, I love that too, but no pressure on them. No pressure. Making them their own choice. Okay, and so last one. We know that yours too are the last years of competing as juniors. So do you have some gliding goal for the rest of your career or for this year's career in gliding?
Ooh. I thought a lot about it because it's hard. It's a really big step. Yeah. I don't know. I think I will just fly cross country mostly. I go for the 1000k, etc. But it's less fun, I think, the senior world championships. I think, but I've never been there.
Oh.
I joined the seniors last year, and so there's like a part of me that wants to continue. But we have to see. It's a strange period. You're also finishing the studies, so we'll just have to see how it pans out.
Start working.
But luckily, there's so much to do because I would love to go to South Africa once.
Yeah.
Maybe
To the
New Zealand, to
mountains.
Marama, to the mountains.
Yeah. Maybe
Um,
Spain,
Spain, Euroglide.
Euroglide. Yeah.
That would be cool. So there's
a lot to do.
There's enough to
Yeah,
do
that
after we
sounds
retire.
After we retire, yeah.
And so Lars, would you miss them?
Yeah,
Are
of
you
course.
excited for your teammates finally?
Yeah,
Well,
but
yeah,
honestly, I think the team now is amazing, and we have a great team captain and great team. So yeah, I will definitely miss them, of course.
Okay.
But he's going to fly in Denmark next year. But are you going to fly in Denmark?
I
next
hope so.
year? Yeah?
Oh, we will be
Yeah.
competing. Club
Oh,
class,
nice.
standard.
Standard. I
Oh.
hope
Ah, come on.
so. I can fly.
They fly slower than we do.
Oh, that's right.
Oh wow.
Okay, and so last question, as you've mentioned, you have an amazing team and you made a very exceptional thing at the start of this competition and everyone was amazed by it in your campsite. You have a big wooden thing there, so how did you came up with this idea?
Well, it's actually a bit of a tradition because in 2017 in Lithuania we already started with building tables. And it's really hard to take a table with you for 18 people.
That's right.
And we just went to a local, how do you call it?
Wood, shed, store.
Something.
It was like a building company with wood, which was left over. And we just took it with us and we made a table and a kitchen.
Yeah, it looked like a good teamwork then.
Yeah.
It's a team building
team
exercise.
building.
Yeah, so we can recommend it to each country.
And so, last question, what do you do with it at the end of the competition? You bring it home?
What we always do.
Now there's two options. Either usually, there's three options. Or four. No, or we set it on fire. No, we won't. Or we will dump it somewhere,
maybe.
which is a shame. Or we give it to you guys, which we'll probably do.
If you want it.
Or we'll give it to you as a borrow, and then when we come back in 2024,
Oh, when you retire and come up for the European?
yeah, and
Yeah.
then we'll use it back for 2 weeks, and then you get it back. As well.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. So thank you very much for the interview, and it was lovely having you here, guys.
Thank you.
And
Thank you as well.
Everyone else, please follow us tomorrow morning at 10 for another flying day.